Dominik Mysterio title defense at Money in the Bank, Liv Morgan interference causes huge surprise. Dominik Mysterio defended his Intercontinental title at Money in the Bank 2025. Liv Morgan interfered in the match and influenced its outcome. Ever since Dominik Mysterio won the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 41, he has grown in confidence. Dominic has proven to be one of the top heels in the company. At WrestleMania 41, WWE announced its acquisition of Lucha Libre promotion AAA. Tonight, the company hosted Worlds Collide, which also featured stars from WWE. On the show, Octagon Jr. teamed up with Aerostar and Mr. Iguana to face the team of Lince Dorado and the LWO. Dominic and Liv Morgan were at ringside for the match. Following the bout, Dominic got on the mic and berated Octagon Jr. for being a Rey Mysterio fan. He even called the WWE Hall of Famer a deadbeat, which didn't sit well with Octagon Jr., and they both came to blows. Dirty Dom then volunteered to put his Intercontinental Championship on the line against Octagon Jr. at Money in the Bank. The two stars delivered a competitive match. Liv Morgan played a significant role in the contest as she distracted Octagon Jr. when he was on the turnbuckle. The shocking moment turned the tide in Dominic's favor and allowed him to emerge victorious. Looks like Dominik Mysterio's title reign will continue for the time being. Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio spotted together ringside at WWE X AAA Worlds Collide. WWE X AAA Worlds Collide kicked off June 7th from the Kia Forum in Los Angeles, and while fans expected action inside the ring, all eyes turned to the crowd when Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio were shown together at ringside. The moment happened right before the opening six-man tag match between WWE Raw's LWO, Dragon Lee and Cruz del Toro, and WWE NXT's Lince Dorado against AAA's Octagon Jr., Aerostar, and Mr. Iguana. As the camera panned across the front row, Corey Graves pointed out Liv and Dom sitting next to each other, and as for the rest of the show, the broadcast opened with a video narrated by Rey Mysterio, setting the tone for WWE's new ownership of AAA and their shared event. Triple H and Shawn Michaels were shown standing alongside AAA legends Blue Demon Jr. and Maricela Pena before the national anthems of Mexico and the US played. Commentary throughout the show was handled by Corey Graves and Konnan, while Marcelo Rodriguez led the Spanish broadcast team. But even with championships on the line and top-tier matches booked, the ringside appearance of Liv and Dom stole early attention, and fans are already speculating what it means heading into the rest of the summer. Are Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio just playing it up for the cameras, or could this be leading to something bigger on screen? Drop your thoughts and theories in the comment section below. Rumored WWE Money in the Bank 2025 winners. Liv Morgan believes the Judgment Day is a family. Seth Rollins wants CM Punk gone from WWE. During this week's edition of Raw Recap, WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Liv Morgan commented on the Judgment Day faction, the group feeling like a family, and more. You can check out some highlights from the podcast below. On the Judgment Day, I think that the Judgment Day is kind of like the gift that keeps on giving. We have a lot of members, a lot of different personalities. We are not all gonna get along all the time. We are not all gonna see eye to eye all the time. On how the group feels like a family, I come from a very big family, and so this is kind of just feels like it's family. You know, you fight with your brothers, your sisters, and so no, I think that right now, some things have to get in order. Some things have to be more aligned. But I think at the end of the day, Judgment Day is just a family. It's been over a year since Seth Rollins infamously called CM Punk a cancer in January 2023, and the animosity between the two WWE superstars shows no signs of cooling off. Appearing on a recent episode of the Up and Adams podcast, Rollins didn't hold back when asked about Punk, making it clear that his opinion hasn't changed. Punk is not good for what we do. He's a bad dude. He's not a good dude. I've dealt with CM Punk for far too long. Work smarter, not harder. I don't even want him in my win space. I want him gone. He doesn't deserve a spot in a high-profile match like this. Rollins famously reacted with visible disdain to Punk's shocking WWE return in November 2023, leading many fans to question whether the hostility was real or just part of the show. Currently, the two remain rivals on WWE programming. Most recently, Rollins teamed with Braun Breaker to defeat Punk and Sami Zayn at Saturday night's main event. With WWE Money in the Bank 2025 set for this Saturday, June 7th, new reports from WrestleVotes are offering insight into the current favorites to win the coveted briefcases. Speaking on WrestleVotes Radio, the outlet stressed that while buzz around potential winners is picking up, nothing is locked in due to WWE's ever-evolving creative direction. When you hear about potential winners, take it with a grain of salt. This is professional wrestling, things can change. Nothing is guaranteed, especially under the current leadership where plans shift often. Despite that disclaimer, sources close to WWE's creative team say there are standout names emerging for both the men's and women's ladder matches. For the women, keep an eye on Rhea Ripley and Naomi. And on the men's side, the chatter is heavily leaning towards Seth Rollins or Solo Sikoa. Judgment Day duo Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio make a surprise appearance at Worlds Collide. Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio were seen in the audience at Worlds Collide. The duo wasn't confirmed for the show, but made a surprise appearance and were also acknowledged during the broadcast. Dominic's father, Rey Mysterio, was in the opening segment of the night. The Hall of Famer addressed the WWE and AAA fans. This also marked his return to TV for the first time in weeks after he was injured before WrestleMania 41, forcing him out of his match against El Grande Americano. Dominik Mysterio and Liv Morgan were shown on camera before the bell rang for the opening six-man tag team match of the night. Check out the Judgment Day duo sitting in the front row at Worlds Collide, the reigning WWE Intercontinental Champion and the reigning WWE Women's Tag Team Champion are involved in a storyline with their Judgment Day stablemate Finn Balor. The Prince introduced Roxanne Perez to the Judgment Day while Morgan was absent from WWE television, causing further tension within the group. Mysterio and Morgan haven't gotten involved at Worlds Collide, at least at the time of writing. However, the notorious couple could make moves later on in the show instead of simply sitting in the front row throughout the whole show. Liv Morgan reveals condition after bloody head injury on June 2 WWE Raw. The June 2 edition of Monday Night Raw really didn't end well for Liv Morgan at all. After losing the Money in the Bank qualifying match, she even suffered a head injury after IYO SKY nailed some major blows to her head. Following Monday Night Raw, Morgan has now confirmed her condition. While speaking on the Raw recap show, Liv Morgan was asked about her health status after getting hit in the head and suffering a bloody injury. She said it wasn't a great week. She lost her Money in the Bank qualifying match and had just hit her head, possibly suffering a concussion while helping her best friend Raquel Rodriguez. Liv Morgan then joked that she was such a supportive sister that she went from a 10 to a 7 when it comes to her looks. Despite the rough week, Morgan confirmed that she had already been checked out and was cleared to go, as she made it clear she was completely fine. Well, you know, this week wasn't exactly our week. I lost my Money in the Bank qualifying match, I just hit my head, I'm probably concussed right now. 'Cause I was helping my best friend, and I'm such a good sister that I went from a 10 to a 7. But yeah, I already got checked out. We're good to go. As seen during this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, Liv Morgan tried to interfere in Raquel Rodriguez's match against Kairi Sane. Right after that, IYO SKY came out and nailed several right hands on Morgan's head, and this led to her getting a bloody injury on her head. Fans are certainly glad to know that Liv Morgan is perfectly fine after those stiff shots from IYO SKY. Regardless, we'll have to see what WWE has planned for Morgan next, as many expect her to appear during the WWE x AAA Worlds Collide show on June 7th. At the Kia Forum in Los Angeles. You have more respect for Liv Morgan because of her toughness, especially after Raw this week? Sound off in the comments. Please credit Ringside News if you use the above transcript in your publication. Liv Morgan believes the Judgment Day is a family. Sheamus on WrestleMania in Las Vegas. During this week's edition of Raw Recap, WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Liv Morgan commented on the Judgment Day faction, the group feeling like a family, and more. You can check out some highlights from the podcast below. On the Judgment Day, I think that the Judgment Day is kind of like the gift that keeps on giving. We have a lot of members, a lot of different personalities. We are not all gonna get along all the time. We are not all gonna see eye to eye all the time. On how the group feels like a family, I come from a very big family, and so this is kind of just feels like it's family. You know, you fight with your brothers, your sisters, and so no, I think that right now, some things have to get in order. Some things have to be more aligned. But I think at the end of the day, Judgment Day is just a family. WWE superstar and former WWE champion Sheamus appeared on the Pat McAfee show this week, where he weighed in on the speculations surrounding WrestleMania potentially returning to Las Vegas for WrestleMania 42. Sheamus praised this year's WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas as a major success and expressed confidence that the city could host the event again. He said, "Vegas is great. Look, I won't come out during the daytime obviously for a lot of reasons, but it was a huge hit there this year. That decision is above my pay grade, but it was such a success that I think they'll definitely go back." As we previously reported here on EWN, WWE is no longer planning to hold WrestleMania 42 in New Orleans, Louisiana, as was originally scheduled. Instead, the city will host Money in the Bank in 2026.